Hey guys, what's up? Asteroid here, back again in Star Fox 64. This is episode 2. We'll be going to Meteo, the asteroid field. What a clever name. They just took off one letter from the word meteor.
I won't let you down, sir.
Of course, one could call into question Star Fox team's, I don't know, intelligence because they decided to drive straight through an asteroid field, you know, instead of just around it. But whatever. Makes for a fun level, so I can't really complain. Also, apparently this thing just shreds through asteroids like tissue paper, so no problem at all. Dinking around. Who says that? Yeah, thanks for that, Fox. I can see that. Apparently those are just not being able to hit. Okay, basically in this level you can get a ton of hits just by hitting the asteroids. It's a really easy way to rack up tons of hits throughout this entire level. It really isn't a challenge getting the medal in this one. You can just stick to this. Yeah, already up to like 17 hits. Ooh. Too quiet. One of his best lines. Good place to use a smart bomb because then you just... It does a lot of residual damage, like it stays around for a while, so you don't have to mess around with too many of them. Plus you get a smart bomb for killing all of them anyway, so there's really no problem. This jumping thing, I don't even know what the hell it's doing here. This is one of the coolest songs in the entire game too. Yeah, got them all. Giant, perfectly spherical asteroids. Who knew? Hey, you don't want to crash into these things. I can imagine they do a lot of damage to a ship my size. Boost. I'd rather break. It's all the same. No, you don't have to humor him at all. Screw you things. Yeah, sometimes it's difficult to get these things. I just shot one of those just because, I mean, you can only have a maximum of 9 anyway, so why not? Something flashy to do. Hey, look at all this health I don't need. You also do barrel rolls. I think that's the most iconic line throughout this entire game. Like, do a barrel roll! Yeah, you are getting careless. All this empty space, nothing to do. Okay. No, target the center one. Apparently, like, I never target the center one where it showed for me. And obviously you want to target the center ship because then we'll get all of them with the blast and give you the most points. But I didn't get that lucky, so whatever. Lasers. I already have blue lasers, so I don't need more laser upgrades. Nope. Oh, there we go. Now your power-ups do transfer from level to level as long as you don't die. Which is good because otherwise this game would be kind of difficult having to get power-ups over and over again in each level. Oh, no power-ups. And your health in the top left can actually increase for every 3 gold rings you get. You'll see here, it'll increase your maximum life that you can get. Also gives you quite a lot of health too if you're running low. It'll heal you quite a bit. Shut up, Slippy, you didn't do anything. He's annoying. Nobody likes Slippy. And if you say otherwise, then I don't like you. So there. Yeah, gold ring. Falco actually helps you every now and then. Now sadly I won't be flying through these blue things. You can, if you want. I'll explain more about that later, but I'm just taking the regular easy path through. No bonus stuff. Which is unfortunate, because this is one of the more cool secrets to take. Oh no. Annoying. My beam got caught and couldn't take out that cluster of enemies. But anyway, you want to take out all these asteroids. give you so many hits. I could use a smart bomb here, and that would give me a ton of hits, but I don't really need to. I'll get enough from the boss. And yes, there is a boss at the end of this level. Of course you can't. Now most levels will have a boss, unless you meet up with Star Wolf. More about them later. Luckily in the Star Fox universe, all enemy ships have obvious weak points built right into them. And if you shoot that in the middle, it'll shoot lasers at you, so that's, you know, accuracy is rewarded, because then you won't get green lasers shot out at you. But then again, you can dodge them really easily, so it's kind of a lame power-up for this guy. Dodge that. He's a firing his lasers! That was easy.
I admit defeat.
It is a lame section where they try to throw you off. They're like, oh, he gives up. It's cool.
Are you gonna listen to that monkey?
No, I'm not, Falco. Ah, he hit me once, but there, he's dead.
I can't believe
He was quick enough to get one shot off at me.
Sorry to jet.
And all enemies go with a miraculous giant explosion that's perfectly spherical. I imagine it was hard to render realistic explosions back in the N64's day. But whatever. I'll let it slide. Slippy's got full health, luckily, because he's always getting himself into all sorts of trouble. Yeah, Falco. Whoa. Excuse me, everyone, my dog's going crazy. Yeah, 7 ships, 390 total hits. Everything's going A-OK. And zoom off into the distance. Alright, now, before I go, I guess I can break down this level and show you some of the cool tips and tricks you can pull off. Alright guys, this trick is at the very beginning of the level. There's 3 rings made up of rotating metallic spheres. You're going to want to fly through all of them, but be careful about the last one because it has a huge rock that I failed to avoid, but whatever, make sure to avoid it. And then it will spawn lasers in between all these 4 rocks here. This next trick is allowing you to get all of these items through the use of a somersault. Be slightly below and in front of the bomb, and you can get them all. And fly in between these 4 rocks and will spawn more lasers. This next secret in the level is one of the coolest in the entire game. You're going to want to fly through this sequence of 7 blue rings, and you can't miss any one of them, otherwise it won't work. And as soon as you're in front of one, make sure to start leaning in the direction of the next one, otherwise you won't have enough time to make it. Once you successfully get through all of the rings, it'll initiate this type of warp, and then you'll be transported to this really weird zone. Now, as you can see, it's all weird and psychedelic, definitely not like anything you could see in any other level. What's cool about this is warp area is that, well, not only the scenery is different, but it features a lot of items that you can get, and a lot of more potential hits. You see all the enemies flying around, making these extremely symmetrical patterns. And all these items, there's so many items you can pick up. Luckily I got all the bombs there. And all these glowing, colorful asteroids are actually hits that you can get. And then you see all the enemies in weird spherical arrangements. What's up with that? I don't know. There is waves of enemies here that follow the same pattern each. You're going to want to take them all out because they will give you drops. Either lasers or bombs. And you can see more enemies here. They all seem to leave trails of string behind them for some reason. Or either on strings. Whatever, make sure not to crash into the strings either because they're solid and will hurt you. And what's amazing is at the end of the level, all of these asteroids have drops inside of them. Either regular silver rings to replenish your health, or bombs or lasers, which makes this one of the most ridiculous sections in the entire game for getting you items. It's amazing. And Not only is that ridiculous because of the drops, but because of all the hits you get because of all of those asteroids, making Meteo using the secret warp one of the highest hitting courses in the entire game. And that's the end of that level. But the last is really cool in that because of the warp you go to Katina instead of Fortuna. Alright, that's it.